Hey, what's going on, guys? Nick Douglas, Children's Director at First Baptist Church of New London. What we do today, we're going to read a story to help children understand God and who He is. The goal of this story is to build a biblical worldview in children, so having an adult around and answer tough questions is a great idea. The book I'm using is Big Truths for Little Kids by Susan and Richie. If you want to check it out for yourself, right ahead. So what we'll do to start, this kind of a question, answer, call and response thing I'll do. A little back and forth. And then when that's done, I will read the story. And then after the story is done, I will put the discussion questions in the description down below. So without waiting around, let's get started. First question, what is the first commandment? The answer is, you shall have no other gods before me. Exodus 22. Next question, what does the first commandment teach you? The answer is to worship the true God and Him alone. This story is called A Bad Decision. Dad, can we please go on the afternoon hike with Ranger Sam, begged Cassie and Caleb. We want to tell everyone goodbye before we go home. We really need to get on the road, said their dad, but I know that you want to see all your friends. It will make us very late getting home, but I guess we'll stay. It was even later than they expected when they arrived at home, and everyone went straight to bed. Sunday morning they slept later than usual. Everything was disorganized, and the whole family ran around like crazy trying to find clean clothes and a quick bowl of cereal so they could make it to church on time. Hurry, Cassie, you can put your shoes on in the car, called her mother. I can't find my Bible, Mom. Mom, where is my Bible? Grumbled Caleb. Come on, everyone. We're going to be late, snapped their dad. Hi, guys, called Daniel as he ran across the yard and jumped on the car. I'm sure I missed you guys when you were on your camping trip. Was it fun? There was silence. Didn't you have a good time? Asked Daniel. We did have a good time, Daniel. I guess we're all a little rattled this morning, replied Mom. Oh, no, wailed Cassie. I forgot my offering, and I don't know my memory verse. Just ignore her, said Caleb. And he began telling Daniel about their trip. Cassie pouted all the way to church. When she got to her Sunday school class, she started telling everyone about the trip. Her Sunday school teacher even had to move her to a different table so she would stop talking to her friends. Caleb hardly listened at all in church because he was too busy sending notes to Angus about his camping adventures. They all got tickled during church because their dad kept dozing. On the way home from church, Cassie said, "What's for lunch, Mom?" "What's for lunch?" her mother snapped. "We didn't get home until late last night. I have piles of dirty laundry to do. I have not even thought about lunch. The only thing I can think about right now is a nap." "But, Mom, I'm hungry," whined Cassie. Daniel was very quiet. Then he whispered to Caleb, "I've never seen you feeling like this. Are you sure you had a good time on your vacation?" Caleb's dad heard Daniel, and suddenly he realized that his family had not worshipped God that day. They had been at church, but they had not worshipped. He prayed silently and asked the Lord for forgiveness. He asked for wisdom and talked with his family. He pulled the car into the driveway, turned off the motor, and said, "I need to ask all of you to forgive me." "For what?" asked everyone at once. "I made a bad decision yesterday," said their dad. "We all wanted to stay at the campground a little longer, and I should have realized it was not a good idea. What do we usually do on Saturday night?" "Mom helps us get our clothes and Bibles and offering together so everything will be ready for Sunday morning," said Cassie. "You help us with our memory verses and catechism," said Caleb. "And what do we do on Sunday morning?" asked their dad. "We all eat breakfast together, and you read the Bible to us," said Cassie. "And on the way to church, you talk to us and tell us that worship means that we praise God because He is worthy to be praised," said Caleb. "You always tell us that worshiping God is the most important thing we do, and that we should be very serious about it," added Daniel. "When we get to church, you or Mom pray that we will worship God in a way that will glorify Him," put in Cassie. Their dad said, "Kids, I allowed our family to do something that kept us from worshiping the Lord as we should. I certainly didn't glorify God when I dozed during the sermon. We are tired and grumpy and unprepared, and I asked the Lord to forgive me, and now I ask you to forgive me." There were lots of hugs, everyone helped Mom make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and they all took a nap to be rested before they went to church Sunday night. Alright, guys, that's all we got. I'll put the discussion question in the description down below, and I will see you later. Bye.